Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. So again, I'm showing you these little Easter eggs. Well, they're not so little, they're like the size of an ostrich egg. And I got these from Michael's on their sale of, I guess their seasonal sale. So I got them fairly cheap. I have seen them at the dollar store as well. So I guess it's Dollarama. Um, so you can get them just about anywhere. They come in a pack of 4. And I'm going to make this one a very pastel colored kind of egg. And I'm going to show you a trick on how you can draw a line that's fairly straight. You'll see what I mean a little bit later. But to draw the line so that you have a guideline so that you can separate the egg. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm using Wisteria, which is by DecoArt. It's a very light purple. I will also be using some mellow yellow and some blue. Um, I'm going to butcher this name, Danube. Those will be my base colors, and you'll see what I mean as we get into the tutorial. So I painted it on with a paintbrush just to get my nice straight line there. And then I am using a finger dauber, and I'm going in and I'm getting rid of all of those brush strokes, as well as applying a second coat all in the same motion. So this one I wanted to do very pastel-y, very Eastery, with a lot of the really nice colors that you see at Easter time, especially with the snow melting and things are starting to pop out of the ground. Flowers, the ones that first come out, so like your crocuses and your daffodils and tulips. So this is a little trick that I do to get my line. So I have a little piece of paper that I have put measurements on. I stick a pin at the top and then I just move the paper around to give me little guidelines or little, I just put little ticks on the egg itself. But because it's paper, it follows the contour. So you can do this on spheres as well. I found it was a little bit difficult to get the pin to stay because it's plastic and it wouldn't go in, but there's my little ticks, and then I can just use my pencil and join up those ticks, and then I end up with a band around the egg. So that's a little tip and trick on how to draw a line on a sphere or on an egg, anything that's round. That you can or that you need to put on a straight line. There's other ways that you can do it as well, but I find that this one was the easiest, especially in this application. So now that I have that on there, I'm using a brush that is about the same size. Excuse me. It's about the same size as the band that I want to paint on because I don't want to get any kind of like wonkiness or like one side of the band is wider than the other when you go around the egg. But unfortunately, that still happens in my case. I hope that you learn from my mishaps and you don't do it yourself. But when I painted this, I found that when I brought in the finger dauber to clean up all of those brush strokes, I kind of went a little bit above the line and below the line, and my intentions were to fix that before I painted the rest of it, but it didn't happen. I kind of was excited about painting the design on this little egg that I didn't go back and fix up my lines. So just be mindful of that, that when you're doing this, that you will definitely do what you intend to do instead of saying the oops afterwards. So this is where things get a little bit weird because I go sort of outside the line and I'm like, oh, that's okay, I'll fix it up later, but I don't. So one side of my egg is The band is a little bit wider than the other, but that's okay because you only see one side of it at a time. You can't see all the way around of it at the same time. So I'm sorry, that's just silly. Anyways, so I'm going in with my finger dauber now and I'm cleaning up those brush strokes like I had said that I was going to do. And this is where the band kind of gets a little bit wider in one spot. But again, like I said, I I forgot to go back and clean that up. So it is what it is, and this is what makes it handmade. This is what makes it prove that it was not made by a machine. So it is what it is, and I just go with it. So this is my third one of my tutorials for doing these Easter eggs, and I hope you're having a great extra long weekend. I will be visiting my family and enjoying an Easter dinner and celebrating our time together. And I'm wondering what you'll be doing. If you wanted to leave a comment below and let me know, that would be awesome. But it's just going to be a low-key kind of kosher kind of spend time with friends and family. I prefer Easter much more than Christmas. I mean, I love getting together with friends and family on all occasions, but this one I'm not required to provide multiple gifts for people. And I'm sorry, but I love to give. I'm not much of a receiver, but I love to give. But it does get quite costly sometimes at Christmas time. So Easter I like so much better. I make my own little treats for everybody, and that's what they get for an Easter gift. And it's more of celebrating each other and what Easter is all about. It's to really, really be happy and joyful and thankful for having the life that we have, as depending on whatever the religion that you live and you worship, it has a different meaning for everyone. So I really hope that you're able to celebrate it with your family. So as I was yapping away, I'm doing the same application for the bottom of the egg in this blue. I painted it on with my paintbrush, and then I used a finger dauber to put my second coat on and get rid of all of those brush strokes at the same time. So the paint that I'm using dries rather quickly, so I've got to move quickly. Obviously, I'm not moving this quickly as you're watching because I've sped the video up just to get through this part so that we can then start to decorate it. So now it's all dry, and I've already sketched on some of my design, which I do apologize because I thought I hit record when I was drawing this, and when I was done, I hit the record button. So I recorded an Easter egg that was just sort of sitting there on my desk, not doing anything. So, oh boy, it was a tough one, this one. So getting the right footage for you. So anyways, so what I did was in the middle of that line, and I used the same technique again with the pin and the piece of paper, and drew on the line. And you can see on the top there, well, I guess now it's on the left, that the band is starting to get a little bit bigger. That's the part that I didn't fix up. But I'm using Craft Smart paint here. I'm using, in the middle of the yellow band, I am using deep coral, and I'm just dotting around. And then for the flower on the bottom of the band, I used mint green. No, I didn't. I used, oh, I used, I think it's Christmas green or festive green. Anyways, all of the colors are listed in the description below, so you can certainly go and check that out. I do apologize for not having it written down so that I could read it off and let you know. But it is a green. Again, it's still from Craft Smart. Then the petals of those are light pink. And then I painted some tulips on the top of the yellow band, and that color is Ocean Breeze. And then I used the same green for two little petals, one on each side. And now I'm just doing the top in a star flower pattern. And I did draw this on with a stencil that I have. It was a little bit difficult because the stencil was pretty rigid, but I managed. And now I am going to paint it in that same mellow yellow color. And I will be doing 2 coats of this so I get a nice even coverage on it. I do the same thing on the bottom, but these petals are a little bit longer than the ones, and they're thinner than the ones on the top because I had more space. So I was able to do more petals and make it a really nice pretty flower. So this is just another design that you can do. I found that there's so many different designs that you can do on an egg. I did more eggs than I recorded, I'll be honest with that, because I was having so much fun decorating these eggs. So I have a whole bunch of them that I do have for sale up at my few locations that I have my things up in my, I guess they're like brick and mortars that I have consignments with. So a few different storefronts that I have these in, and hopefully they will sell, and I will be able to buy some more supplies like paint brushes, other objects to paint, things like that. I will be getting back into doing some of my Mad River rocks, and I already started on back into the flower series for each flower of the month. I did post April's already, which was the daisy. So I really hope that you go and check that one out as well. I have a load of different tutorials on here already, and I just keep painting, keep editing, and keep posting just for you guys because I love it so much. And knowing that you're watching and that you are going to try doing these paintings, or even if you're loving the little tips and tricks that I provide you, is good enough for me. I'm so happy to be able to bring this to you and have fun with it. So there's the Easter egg now. It's got the top and the bottom done with 2 coats of paint. And now I'm going in with my dotting tools from the Ditting Center, and I'm doing the opposite colors of either side of the band. So what I mean by that is I painted that blue on the bottom, so I'm putting dots above that coral blue, so at the top. And then the purple that's at the top of the band is going to go below the coral. So, and I do this all the way around. This did take a little bit of time. I know it doesn't look like it in the video, but because this paint is runny almost, it's got a watery texture to it, I could only paint a little bit of it and then let that side dry, and then paint a little bit more of it and let that side dry. So you just have to understand how your paints work. So if you like this video, I would love to see a thumbs up from you. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any new videos that I throw up on your screen. So I just finished this off with the purple dotting here, and then I give it 2 coats of polyurethane. I don't use resin because I can't figure out how to do it without having a mark on it somewhere from standing it up while it dries. So I use the polyurethane. I use a satin finish so that it really looks pretty. There's so many other things that you could do with this. You could add glitter paint to it. You could add gems to it. You could add Swarovski crystals. Maybe you could use maybe some of that gel nail stuff that you put under the UV lamp, and then you rub on some chrome powder. The options are completely endless. So there you have it, folks. Life is what you make it. So get creative.